feel bad for some of the kids. Doc Taylor's platoon, second platoon, he had a little girl come into him. I don't know, she was about 5 years old. This fucking tripwire out in a wheat field, and her grandfather had brought her in, and he had daughters of himself around the same age, and it really fucked with him. I don't know if the little girl made it, but he said she was just a little dress, just bloody dress. But hey, man, it was just random boot. But he, you know, on the engagements level, it might be this platoon this day, this one this day, this one this day. It might be mine this day in the morning, and then an hour later, and then 5 hours later, and then now it's a big like company event. We're out there trying to outflank these guys because we want to put them in the dirt. Let's do our fucking jobs. Helicopters in the airs, man, just getting crazy. And then before you know it, before we could get clearance for some like, dude, can we get mortars to fucking like block their escape? They wouldn't give us the firepower we needed, man. I don't know what the fucking happened. We just kept getting denied. Here we got A-10s, PID, 5 guys with guns. Can we call in a strafe run? Denied. Too many villagers in the area. Like, fuck, we don't see any villagers, man. We got PID. And then it was just fucked up. Like, fucking give us the power we need to lay into these guys, man. Come on. And, you know, so I felt like some of the villagers definitely wanted to help us, but they had eyes and ears everywhere. And it didn't matter how hard you tried to sneak in, someone always knew. Or even if you did do a good job, like on the way back, they knew we were tired, and that's when they would typically engage us with their backs turned. But yeah, it got to the point where, you know, one engagement might fucking start off this whole fucking day or two event of fighting, warm bases, and just fucking tick here, tick there. After like 33 firefights for my platoon, I think we just kind of lost track. We just quit counting. And no, it got to a point, man, that you were afraid, but by then you were used to the adrenaline, and we learned to use it to our advantage and fucking just hone in, fucking get in on it, dude. We got shot at so often, we got really good at getting a feel for how the Taliban were feeling by the way they were shooting at us, which is just, that's how often we got shot at. It was fun. It was kind of funny. Sometimes you knew, like, oh, this guy is scared. He's shooting sporadically. He wants us to shoot him back so we can blow our position. And sometimes we would sit there and, like, you'd get rounds flying right over your head. And Lieutenant Stahl was just like, Dad, don't shoot. Like, he doesn't know where we're at. And you could tell, fuck, just, this guy was scared. He didn't want to be there. And he's like, just give it a minute. And then we'd hear on the radio, like, no, look, the fuck, they're talking about amongst each other. Like, no, they're not over there, they're over there. And this guy would start shooting elsewhere. And we're like, yeah, good call, man. Like, he doesn't know where we're at. And so yeah, there were days where you just had to fucking just like hold back, and we got so used to it, it was almost funny. Like that engagement, I was just sitting there, like Cerrone and I were just eating grapes, and there's rounds cracking over our head. I'm like, yeah, man, these are kind of sour. Like this one might be okay. Try that one. So we had fun with it. And then when we started taking casualties, there's fucking certain point, man, where I think we're all just food for our lives, and in myself, I was like, I can't be afraid. Like, on just about every fucking patrol with these guys, I'm the only medic. They have 3 squads, and I'm going out like fucking daily, sometimes twice a day. And then one day I was just like fucking fear set in, and I was like, this is no way to operate out here. Like, these guys need me. I can't fucking live that way. And like, there's no way I can operate as a medic if I'm afraid and I can't get in there and do my fucking job. And one day I just came back and I fucking sat there, like just like in my head, just like staring, and I made a decision. By then we have sustained casualties, and BCO as well, and ACO. Fucking Neenan had died, and Santos Silva, and fucking bunch of dudes from 2nd Platoon. I think by then I was like, I'm a 3rd platoon sergeant. So Sergeant Maldonado broke his ankle. And then we had Ogden, and he was a cadre from like a training, he trained NCOs, and then he showed up with us, and we're like, fuck, they got nobody else. But I loved him, man. He was a good dude, man. Really, really liked Ogden. He was motivated and listened to us. He's like, you guys have been longer than me, like fucking, like tell me what I need to know. And I was like, oh, fucking awesome, someone who listens. And he's like, Doc, he's like, give me your spiel, man. And we talk. He's like, all right, dude. And he was just trying to fit in the platoon, figure everything out. And he's like, all right, boys, I'm gonna let you do your thing. Like catch me up. And I think by then, dude, the fighting was just fucking everywhere. And the IEDs, and we'd find like daisy-chained IEDs, enough to wipe out half a platoon. And you might find an old like Soviet missile in someone's grape field. And so we'd call EOD to blow that shit up, but no, I made it like a decision, and I was like I can't keep fearing for my life. And I think a lot of dudes made the same decision, and I counted myself like, dude, I'm already dead. And it really took a piece of me, and then shit got serious, man, and I just counted myself amongst the dead, and I was like, these guys are relying on me. Their families are relying on me to get them back home. And I was like, this is where I need to be, man. Everything I've done as a kid, everything, my dad, how tough he was on me, everything aligns to me being here. And like this is, if I die here, so be it. And I made a decision one day, I'm not going home. And I think a lot of the guys, like there was a certain point where it wasn't really funny anymore. And we were just like, we need to fight for each other and get back home. And a lot of us were just, dude, we're fucking hard. Been in so many battles by then, and we were just, man, we like I said, we just quit fearing.